So this is Irenaeus in Against Heresies. This is book 3, chapter 1, 1. We have learned from none others the plan of our salvation than from those through whom the gospel has come down to us, which they did at one time proclaim in public, and at a later period, by the will of God, handed down to us in the scriptures to be the ground and pillar of our faith. So that's important, because I know a lot of the Roman Catholics and the Eastern Orthodox like to say, well, the apostles handed it down to, the bishops, and then the bishops continue to hand down these traditions, and they're not necessarily clear in scripture. But like I said earlier, the prophets and the apostles, their writings were handed down to us clearly in scripture. So Irenaeus is agreeing with that here. Now, Augustine in letters 82, 3, and then 3, he says this: "For I confess to your charity that I have learned to yield this respect and honor only to the canonical books of Scripture. Of these alone do I most firmly believe that the authors were completely free from error." All right, I think that's pretty clear. I got another quote here from Augustine. "But who can fail to be aware that the sacred canon of Scripture, both of the Old and New Testament, is confined within its own limits, and that it stands so absolutely in a superior position to all later letters of the bishops, that about it we can hold no manner of doubt or disputation, whether that is confessedly contained in it is right and true, but that all the letters of bishops which have been written or are being written since the closing of the canon are liable to be refuted if there be anything contained in them which strays from the truth." Like I said, we Protestants really, especially in the Reformed world and I think even the Lutheran world, we love Augustine. We claim Augustine as our own. Calvin even said if he could write all his writings solely based on Augustine, he would. So he's saying here that even letters from bishops are not on the same level as the scriptures. He's saying that even these letters, which have been written and were continuing to be written, can be refuted by the scriptures. That only the scriptures are free from error. All right, and then here's John Chrysostom. This is Homilies on 2 Thessalonians, it's homily 3. He says, "All things are clear and open that are in the divine scriptures. The necessary things are plain."